So yeah, this is episode 2 of this podcast video series that I'm trying to do. Again, like I said before, I'm not sure where this is going, where this podcast or whatever this YouTube thing is going, but it's something to do during the summer, and it gives me the opportunity to catch up with people, with good friends. But this person that I'm here with is a special guest, the second guest that I have on this second episode. He is a person that I've known for quite a while, for years actually. Maybe more than a decade now. That's crazy, but without further ado, please welcome Hebert Aguilar. Woo!
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, man. How's everything? How are you, bro?
I am doing fantastic, bro. Thanks for having me here.
For sure.
It's an honor to be a part of your show, man. I know you say you don't know where this is going, but you're going to go places with this, and I can't wait to see you progress in this podcast. And I'm honored to be a part of this podcast, and also to catch up with one of my true homies, one of my best friends, Mr. Philip Cordero, in the house.
For sure, man. Man, so what, has it been more than a decade now?
Bro, yeah. We've known each other since
high school, yeah.
High school, I want to say.
But what middle school?
I went to El Dorado.
Okay, I didn't go there. I went to Riverview.
Riverview, okay,
so
yeah.
Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met in
Mount.
But I don't know. I don't remember how I met you. I do remember that I met you in math class.
Yep.
Mr. Siraj.
Mr. Siraj, yes,
but
sir.
I don't know how it went down. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to remember too. Go ahead. You're saying but?
I was gonna say, I do remember though that you and I, we were sitting in the back.
Yep.
And there was this particular person in the front.
Yes, sir.
And then we were like, you know what? Let's make friends with this guy.
Yeah.
Let's make friends with this guy. And turns out that person was, I'm not sure if you remember, that was
Calvin.
Oh, damn.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And the only reason I remember that's because you always said to me and Calvin, the math geniuses. Because Calvin and I always had a fun rivalry when it came to the math class.
The math stuff?
And when it came also to the tests. Because him and I were always a point off or like
right.
either ahead or behind.
You guys are like...
We're always, but all in good nature, of course.
But you really did you like it or did math just come at you easily?
That's so funny you mentioned that. I hate math.
Everyone hates math.
Okay, so this is the thing that I'm not sure what it is, but maybe it's just me personally, or maybe other people have the same experience as I do. I'm good at math as long as you don't give me a test.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
In a test, I'm gonna flunk it big time. And it started hitting me after like senior / freshman year of college. That's when it started affecting me big time.
Okay.
It also happened to me in middle school too. In middle school, I did struggle a lot with math. But it was weird because with tests, I'm not sure if I had test anxiety. I had no idea, to be honest with you. I really don't know. Maybe I'm just making that up, the test anxiety. Or I was just too lazy. I have no idea. I'm going to be honest with you. I still don't know to this day. But taking tests, math tests specifically, or just tests overall, I think. But for sure, math tests specifically, that really messed me up. But you give me homework, you give me an assignment, the teacher will be like, hey, I'll be on my phone and say, what happened here? I can give you 2-3 different answers, or 2 variations, but still give you the same answer. And they're like, how did you do that? I'm like, beats me, but I can do that. Like, I'm good at that. But put a test in front of me, everything just goes out of my head. I have no idea why.
I think I'm the same because, even if it's math, or it can be music, or it can be photography or film, if you give me a test, I began to panic a little bit. Mm-hmm. I began to like you said, blank out or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh snap, here we go.
I think because
here we go again.
Yeah, right. And maybe it's just the society that we live in at that time, thinking like, a grade identifies our intelligence.
Right.
And I think that's the bad misconception that we have. It's just like, oh, just because you have straight A's, you're a smart person. It's like, not really. Like, there's people who are street smart. There's people who are book smart. There are people who are just overall smart.
Right.
There's different types of intelligence out there. And so a grade is not going to justify how smart I am. Because I can be really good at a subject that you might be getting good grades in. But just because you're doing the homework and doing what the teacher wants, that gives you the A. But I know all that stuff inside out.
Yeah.
And I don't do my homework. I'm just lazy. But I can do it with my eyes closed and boom, that's it. But you give me a D because I didn't do the homework. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe nowadays, I'm not sure how it is nowadays. I haven't gone to school in a while. Maybe.
But I mean, I hate the fact, I mean, even, using the word hate is pretty strong, but I'm gonna just use it, right? Like, I hate the fact how grades, GPA, A's or F's, that in towards many people, they determine, your intelligence.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I don't like that either. Because, like I said, a grade does not matter. It matters if you're going to like if you're going to Harvard or like a big grad school and you're trying to do a professional. My respects and for people, if you want to do that, great, do that. But that's not my idea when it comes to like intelligence or like work or anything like that. Like I'm not going to use calculus in my own business. Now if I am, different story. But why do I need calculus or why do I need like the chemistry of like nuclear atoms, you know what I mean? Or like, you know what I mean? I don't
the hard stuff like that you're not going to be using.
No, I just need the basic stuff that I can just be like, okay, I know not to eat that. Okay, when you dissect that happens, or when you like just the basics.
Like high school and even middle school, it would be nice like if they taught like real world stuff like credit, debit, doing your taxes.
Yes, thank you.
First aid. Stocks.
Investments.
Oh, that's a big one. Investments. You're accumulating assets. Housing, real estate. Those essential fundamental things that you're actually going to be using. Because everyone has to file taxes. Everyone has to do this. Everyone has to do that. So it would be nice if schools, public schools and private schools, they can, implement that into their curriculum.
I agree. I agree. And add more arts.
Because
the arts is dying, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Music, choir, drama, dancing. All those arts are just like slowly fading away because
the creative stuff, right?
All the creative stuff that makes you. You know what I mean? Sometimes people need that. It's an escape, But I digress now. Coming back to what we were talking about with Calvin, right?
Okay.
So you and I, we've known each other. So from Mr. Siraj's class, all right, and of course with Calvin and everything, right? How you and I became like friends and all that, and started like hanging out was, of course, during that time, like because we sit next to each other.
Yes.
But also because we used to hang out before school. This is when like before. At that little
the English building.
Yes. Playing the Mario Kart.
Yes.
You remember that? With
was this before? No, this was before math class.
No, this was
during math class too, right?
Sometimes we play ideas during math class.
No. I mean, when we met up, in front of the English building, and the time we went to math class, that's like the same year.
That was your yes, the transition. So we met in.
Oh, we took math together sophomore year. Wow.
Sophomore year, that's what it was.
So it wasn't freshman.
No, because freshman.
Because we took that was algebra. That was algebra.
Algebra 2, I think, or algebra
1.
1.
Yeah,
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
I think
something like that. I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways, that's how it was. So
yeah.
Because freshman year, I had Mr. Siraj in freshman year.
Siraj.
And I had again for sophomore year, but that's when. It was you, me, Calvin. You remember
first year?
Yeah, remember? No, second year, sophomore year.
Okay.
You remember Corey Warner?
White guy.
Yeah, tall white guy.
Yeah.
He was that class too as well.
He was there. Okay.
I think. Do you remember Charles Logan?
Yeah.
I think he was in that class
Tall
too.
tees.
Yeah, tall tees. Yeah.
White guy too, right?
Yeah, little white guy too. Yeah. I think he
Okay.
was in that class as well with us.
Yeah, with Calvin and
With Calvin, yeah. I'm trying to remember who.
But those are the only people I remember. He didn't really talk much, but Calvin's cousin, he was actually there. There's another guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But he was a quiet guy. He didn't really talk much. Even Calvin wasn't even.
Yeah, he didn't talk much. Yeah. He was like quiet guy.
But apparently, yeah, that was his cousin. But other than that,
Okay.
other than the cousin Charles, I didn't remember Corey.
Yeah, but he was there with us. Yeah.
But I don't remember the other people who was there. I already forgot.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who else was there.
For sure, for the top two, Hebert and Calvin.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Who else?
JD. Do you remember that?
JD.
What, or was that JD or was that Calvin? Because I remember, man, because we went up to this guy. Now I'm thinking maybe it's Calvin, but I'm pretty sure, I'm somewhat certain JD was there. But I remember we went up to either JD or Calvin, and we were talking to him, and we were like, "Hey, so you like Dragon Ball Z? You like anime? What's up, man?" Because we were trying to connect.
Oh.
Was that Calvin or was that JD?
Oh my goodness, I cannot remember, to be honest with you.
But if I had to choose,
I
think Calvin.
I want to say Calvin.
But I don't know why JD's in my head. Maybe they look like.
Oh my gosh, no. I can't remember. But I mean, okay, so that was sophomore year, and I think transitioning to junior year, that's when we started hanging out officially. Like we hung out in class and we were cool. We always sit next to each other.
Yeah.
We always messed around. We was a Siraj and all that. But junior year was the official year in that English building.
For sure.
And also because you and I had band class together too.
Jazz man.
With Tom Salvatore. Remember that?
Salvatore.
Mr. Salvatore.
Dang.
Yeah. So that's why we started hanging out more and more
Yeah.
because of that. Those two classes.
Piano.
You're playing bass that time?
Yeah.
You're playing bass. That's right.
Jeez. Do you remember the people over there? Back then? In jazz band?
Like who was in jazz band?
Yeah. Like the trumpeters, the tromboners.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
The tromboners.
The tromboners. I'm trying to remember now because you know how we had the party band?
Yes.
And the party band always mixed in with everybody.
Yes.
And so I have a very good memory of who was in the party band. But the jazz band, I'm trying to remember. I'm really trying to remember. I think Guillermo.
He played like
the trombone.
Trombone, okay.
Guillermo was in it. What was his name? Let's see. Who was it? Oh, Michael Pittman.
Pittman. What did he play?
No, he was in the party band.
Party band, okay.
But I think he was also in the jazz as well, playing the bass.
Oh yeah,
I think
I was switching up with someone, but I'm not sure what's Pittman.
Nicole. Yeah, Nicole.
I was switching. Yeah.
Nicole, that's her name. Yeah.
Nicole.
Yeah, and then who's the drummer?
I think it was Thomas.
That's right. I think it was Thomas. But he also played guitar.
So I don't know who switched with him.
Yeah, me neither. I can't see it. We all kind of did 2, 3, 4 instruments at that time.
Yeah.
It was a very diverse high school, man. Diverse jazz band. So we all had to switch places.
Were you in music all 4 years?
All 4 years.
What was freshman? What did you do?
I had it. So it was. Oh man. Okay. So back then it was called the jazz band, but it was only 4 people.
In jazz band.
Yeah.
In freshman year.
In freshman year, it's bad.
Who taught that?
It was her name, Mary Bradford. That was her name. Very sweet, very sweet lady. Bless her heart. I hope she's doing well. But
she tried her best.
She tried her best. It just didn't work out, fortunately. But she was very sweet, and she always appreciated how that I was always on time to class and always knew what to do when it comes to my piano parts and all that. So yeah, bless her heart, man. I hope she's doing well.
Okay.
I hope she's doing well, man. But yeah, it just didn't work out. But when Tom came.
He came sophomore year?
Sophomore year. Salvatore, yeah. I mean, he came, now that's when everything changed completely.
Was he more
strict? No.
He was more,
That's a great question. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what it was.
But he brought it?
But he had something that brought the jazz band, that brought the wind ensemble, it was wind ensemble, jazz band, party band, and there was one more I can't remember the top of my head.
Concert,
thank you. The concert band. Yeah, that's what it was. And so, there was lot of people, hell of people in the class. Not a lot, hell of people.
Yeah.
Easily. And so he was there for, of course, for our sophomore, junior, and then
senior
year.
he left.
He left, unfortunately.
It was
and it was her,
Thompson.
Miss Thompson, I think, or
So white teacher, right?
I think she's Italian. Oh yeah, I'm not too
Something
sure.
blonde-ish.
No.
She wasn't blonde.
No, she had like dark brown curly hair. I remember her name was Magic.
Magic.
That's her actual name, Magic.
Oh, like her first name?
Her first name was Magic.
What's the last name? Johnson?
I cannot.
Magic Johnson?
No. I think Thompson, but I could completely. I can't remember.
Oh, something. I remember something with a T though.
It had a T. I know that.
Thompson.
Magic something with a T.
But I didn't know it was.
But I can't remember what.
Magic.
It was Magic. Yeah, 'cause I remember. I was like.
Magic.
I think I saw her name and she's like. I was like, no way, that's your real name. She's like, yeah. I'm like, really? Like, oh, that's a very unique name. Magic. All right.
Dang. I would be like, oh, nice to meet you, Magic. My name is Dark Magic.
Yeah. So, but and then of course the band wasn't the same after Tom left, and so I know. I just remember her name, Magic. I know she did everything she could to keep the band alive, but just didn't work out, unfortunately. But then that's when I started doing more of the musicals, the choir, the acting, and all of that, and the dancing too.
Okay. I mean, since we're in this area, I want to ask, out of all the 4 years of high school, right? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, did you have like a favorite class of all time during Mount?
Oh man, that's tough. Cause how about this?
Okay.
Can I have a favorite year?
Okay. Favorite year.
Senior year.
Why?
The best year by far, because the second half of senior year, all electives.
Oh.
That's why. And the only two like non-elective classes I had to take that I had to really take was English and history.
English and history.
That was the only two classes.
Well, what was the
no math.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Just so 2 classes, second half of senior year.
Yep.
And that's it.
And everything else was band, choir, drama.
Okay.
Dance.
The stuff that you love.
The stuff that I love, and that's why that year for me is the best and most memorable year of high school ever.
Would you say that? Would you say that your favorite class of all time would be something with music, or something else, maybe dancing, or in the creative field?
In the creative field.
But within that creative field, was it music that's your favorite, or dancing, or drama, or
all because it's all. I think because I love the arts and I love the I love playing piano, right? I love dancing. I love acting. I love singing.
Right.
I think for me, it was just like an equal love for all. I couldn't say like, oh, okay, I'm going to my favorite jazz class. Oh, I'm going to my favorite drama class. Now I'm going to my favorite choir class. You know?
Right.
It was all for me. That's what I'm saying. See, I can't choose a class because that entire senior year for me was the best year for me. I mean, and because it's just all the favorite things, all my personal hobbies and personal favorite things that I like to do.
Right.
To do that for school and like get easy A's. I was like, hell yeah, this is great. Like I couldn't have asked for a better senior year. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a least favorite year?
Least favorite year.
Yeah. Freshman.
Maybe
sophomore?
I want to say least, but I guess you could say maybe sophomore or no, not sophomore. Freshman or junior year.
Freshman or junior.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the only reason why is because those were they said back. I'm not sure if it's still a thing, but that's when those are the 2 years that they really look into like how well you do.
Yeah, right.
So I had to focus a little bit more on my freshman and junior year.
Okay.
So sophomore was kind of like a laid back, but then junior's like, all right, get your stuff together, and then senior year you can have senioritis, So
yeah,
I think so. I would say those probably my 2 least, but I loved all my high school year.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a great high school experience. I never had any bad experiences in high school, which I'm very fortunate. I never had anything bad happen to me. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, very fortunate, right?
A lot of people would be like, "Hey, you remember high school?" And then they'll be like, "Oh man, I hated
Yeah,
I hated this. Like, oh,
this
man.
and that happened, or all these fights, or
Yeah,
all these gangbangers, and fortunately, I was.
You stayed away from that crowd.
I was Switzerland, I was mutual with everybody, man. I was cool with everybody, the homies and everything.
Yeah, if I remember you back then, it's like in my head, I'm like, who would be mad or want to fight with Hebert, right?
Well,
You always laugh, you always smile, you always make jokes, but at the end of the day, you're just trying to, you're just trying to befriend.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so
I was all about peace and love. I was all about peace and love.
exactly.
And I think that's what.
So that's why I'm like, man, Hebert, I salute you. 'Cause some people, they start beef. Some people they want drama, even though they don't want drama. They still start it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And I had people that tried to start fights with me. For no reason. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with you? And they're like, you want to see me? I'm like, that being a smart, I was like, I see you. Look. What we would say, like, I'm not blind here, I'm being a smart ass now,
Right.
And these are like the hoodlums that, like, they're like, they're just in the streets doing nothing, they're just being stupid in the streets and trying to act tough and whatnot. And so I was like, I can't outwit these guys, I don't need to fight. Like, if I had to fight, I had to fight. But fortunately, I never had to. So
that's good. So all 4 years in high school, you didn't have to fight.
No, never. Even altercations like that, I did my best to always, not get in any issues or problems whatsoever. Because I was all about peace and love, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I always try to keep that.
Well, I mean, out of all of that though, was there a time that there was like at least one thing that you didn't like during high school? It could be a class, it could be someone, it could be an event, a situation.
Crap, man.
Or was it like legit? All 4 years, it was all good.
All 4 years were good, man. I can't recall to say like, oh man, I hate it. So, like, yeah, because a lot of people say they hate their high school year. Or they're like, I don't want to talk about it. It's like, I just I grow up and all that. But for me, I really had 4 good years, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think because every year there was something memorable that I will never forget, and I think that's why like those years like are very precious for me. I mean, like. It's not like, oh, something happened my freshman year, Okay, if there's anything that like sad or bad or like it's something like I would say I did not enjoy my senior year or sorry high school years. Mm-hmm. It was my senior year during my birthday. My grandmother passed away. That's the only time.
Okay, I see.
Other than that, like when it came to school wise or like class or anything like that, no.
Everything was.
But everything in high school for me was great. It was just during that time. My senior year, my birthday, my grandmother passed away.
Okay.
And that sucked big time.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the only thing I can recall about me saying like, oh yeah, that's like I guess like I hate like one moment I hated in my high school years. Mm-hmm. It's just that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. But I mean that still it's awesome to hear that all 4 years. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, man, it was great, man. It was super fun.
So after high school,
mm-hmm.
So what was Hebert doing after high school? Because I think for just a bit we haven't seen each other after high school, right?
Right.
So what during that time post high school, what was Hebert doing? What were you doing?
Okay, so after high school, I want to say I was working at Anderson Bakery in Sun Valley Mall.
The mall over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sun Valley Mall.
Was it good? Was it great?
That was fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was like my first job outside of school or anything like that.
Right.
Because I used to work
in the cafeteria.
Right?
Wait, you? How can I forget? You worked with us in the snack shack, right?
Yep, the snack shack. Yeah. And then I always during the lunch I always hook you guys up like with extra meat or extra potatoes or whatever. Right. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah.
But the bakery, right?
So Anderson Bakery was my first official. Well, because I started working when I was 15 at the school.
At the school, okay.
Because you can actually work at that time.
Right, at the cafeteria.
But also even back then, during freshman year, so when you're 14, you can actually work at like Brennan Theater and all that. Because remember how Dane, Chris, Corey, a small group of the people from DSA, they became DSA people. But at that time, there was a program. I think it was called, what was it called? I think it was like Workers something. And essentially you're in that class, and that class have programs with other work venues that you can work for them like part-time.
Okay.
And so that's how Dane and all they became managers like senior year, super young.
So did you did you use that same program too?
No. The only reason why I found out about the cafeteria was because I saw people like in our class, so that time working. I'm like, how do you get this? And they're like, it's a job. I'm like, oh shit, really?
Okay.
Like, okay.
I meant the bakery though.
Oh, the bakery. Oh, my bad. So the bakery, I got that as soon because who was it? So at that time, at that time it was my stepmom, right? She worked at the mall at a place called Gymboree, if I'm not mistaken, which was like a kids' shoe store.
Okay.
And like, I'm not sure, I think they sell clothes now. Anywho, she used to work close by. She was friends with the manager at Anderson Bakery. And so she got me the job there. So she was like, hey, this is my husband's son. He's looking for a job. And so he's willing to work full-time or part-time. And at that time, I was like, hey, give me whatever you guys got. And so it was part-time.
Part-time. Okay.
Part-time because it was during the holidays.
Okay. How long did you work there for?
Like a year.
A year. Okay.
Yeah, a good year and a half, something like that. Yeah.
And then after that, so in that bakery, were you baking? Were you the cashier?
Okay. So I actually started making the sandwiches there and like the pastries.
Okay.
Of course, cash register. I became manager there for
Oh dang.
real quick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was fun working there.
Okay.
And so then after that,
obviously you left that job.
And
then you did.
because school. At that time I was focusing on just trying to get my credits and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then what was the other job I had after that? I can't remember. But I have more jobs as the years went by. So it was kind of interesting. So post high school, I think my first year I just did college like full on like DVC.
Okay.
Full on DVC. Then the year after, that's when I got a job. And then the year after, so I think 1 year is full college. The next year with work. The next year after was like college, and the year after work. So I kind of go like that. Okay. That's what I did.
What year was this? Because I remember you telling me that you work at this particular thing, and it was like something with bank. Something with the bank.
Oh, Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo, yeah. When was this?
Oh my goodness, that was
obviously after high school, right?
Yeah. That's way after high school. That's
Like, I want to say you told me this like 2014, 2015. Maybe.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
That sounds about.
What were you doing?
I was a banker.
Like a teller.
I started as a teller first.
Okay.
And then I got promoted to a banker after that.
Well, what does a banker do?
I was like doing loans, opening accounts.
Okay.
You name it, the whole shebang, man.
Okay.
It was tough. It was fun and tough at the same time.
How come you didn't stay in that? Because a lot of people, they want the banking life, Wall Street life.
Sure.
How come you left that?
That's where we take a turn now.
Here we go.
So this is where now in the woodworks or in the behind the curtains.
Oh, okay.
All right. I always loved dancing one way or another, or my music, right? And originally, what it was have these kind of secure jobs in the meantime to give me some money, to make some money, and to buy myself like a new keyboard or like more expensive stuff, and then use that for gigs or whatever the case may be, and be a professional musician. The goal was to be a professional jazz piano player, right? That was original.
Oh damn! Okay.
With a minor in dance.
Okay.
But then, dancing.
It took
over.
It took over you.
It took over me, and I fell in love with dancing, man. And so then I was like, jazz piano. I still love you. I still have a space for you in my heart. But the dancing right now is just a huge passion of mine right now, and I want to pursue that. And so, boom, that's what happened. So, fast forward to the banking world. I always was in dancing one way or another, right? Even if I still had a 9-to-5 job, I still always had the dancing one way or another, right? But the reason why I left Wells Fargo was because I got an offer to teach at Hawaii.
Wow.
And I was like, this is it.
How did you get that offer?
So...
He's someone you know?
No. So at that time, Crystal and I, we went to Hawaii vacation, just relax out there.
Okay.
And we saw salsa nights out there. Like, hey, why not? Let's go out dancing and everything.
Right.
And people saw us dancing, and they're like, "You're an instructor?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." And from there, they're like, "Oh wow, like where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, from California, from the Bay Area." Like, "Oh, this is great. Like, how long are you gonna be here for?" We're like, "Oh, we're gonna be for 3 weeks essentially." They're like, "Oh my gosh, can you please teach some class?" I'm like, "We love your dancing." Like, "Yeah, sure." And so we met everybody in the salsa scene over there. And then, boom, that's how it happened. So
Wow.
on our way back home, I got the email from one of the, I guess you could say he's the coordinator of a salsa event out there. He's one of the founders slash coordinators, and also the host slash DJ and owner of like a salsa venue going on right now. A shout out to him.
Wait, you said he met up with you?
No,
or he knew you? What was that?
I'm not sure how he got my contact, but he sent me an email.
And you never gave him your email.
No, I think because I was passing on my cards at that time. I have my business cards with me, so I think I passed it out a little bit, and I think that he grabbed one from me or from someone else. I mean, I'll be honest. I have no recollection.
Gotcha.
If he's like, hey, this happened, I'll probably remember, but I don't remember, to be honest with you. But it was fun and everything, and so that's how it happened. He emailed me, and then I was like, all right. And as soon as I got that letter, after my 2 weeks, I'm like,
so that was the beginning of the business.
No.
Oh, not yet.
No. That
was the beginning of quitting the bank.
Quitting the bank.
Okay.
The business started when I was like 15 or 16. I was young.
The dancing business.
The dancing business. Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. So you started this during high school?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
During high school.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, were you already serious back in high school? Were you serious about this business already?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
It like dawned upon me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. And then I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Okay. So you quit the bank, and then what happened after that?
And after that,
are you focusing only now on dancing?
Full time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. So okay. Since we're here, the business
so
side.
We're here now.
The business. Okay.
The business side.
So yeah. Tell me what were the steps? Like how did you formulate this entity, this business?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure a lot of people want to know, because some people want to start their own business. Sure. And here you are. Maybe you can give some information. Maybe you can give me information.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, honestly, man, okay, how it started was I was teaching DVC at a young age already, right? You know, and so my dance teacher, to this day, she still teaches there. Her name is Erica Angelakos. Okay. Shout out to her because she's like my dance mama. You know, so excuse me, she saw potential in me, and she was like, come here, let me take you under my wing, let me start teaching you and all that. And so I was like, yes, like please, like let me absorb everything like a sponge. Fell in love with it and start being the assistant, the TA or the teacher assistant, and start teaching students like how to do the dance moves. I started learning the vocabulary, the dance motion, you name it, the whole shebang. And from there, it was like so much fun. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I was like, hell yeah, let's do this, you know. And so that's how it happened. And then of course I started getting private lessons. Oh, sorry, I got some private students because they wanted private lessons. And then I was like, you teach private lessons? I'm like, yeah, even though I did it at that time. But I just like, yeah, I did.
Right.
I was like, well, I got to start somewhere, right? And like, how much do you charge? And at that time, I mean, I didn't know, right? So I was just like, $45 an hour or $50 an hour or $35 an hour. You know, I didn't know, you know. Yeah. So, but I mean, I was young and I was like, whatever, $35 will go, maybe $35 right now, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's how it happened slowly. So I started getting some students. And then I started going out dancing and started going to these different classes, different events, different festivals, you name it, the whole shebang, man. Like the whole world was my oyster. Essentially, I was like, oh my gosh, like what's going on here? And so that's how it happened, you know.
So from doing all, so you were doing all of that, but you didn't have the business yet.
The business, I was like Timba Heat, the entity Timba Heat, not yet. It was just Hebert Aguilar doing salsa on the side.
When did Timba Heat? When did
official?
When did it? You know how the Big Bang.
Right.
How did that happen? When did that happen?
7 or 8 years ago.
7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay. Post high school. After high school.
After high school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Tell me the process.
How it happened was. I knew I was a good dancer. Okay. I was like, I know I have the potential to teach and all that stuff. I was like, okay. And at that time, I was teaching at some places already. So I was like, okay, I got the moves, I got the instructions, you know, or like the communication to teach people how to dance and all that. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Like, okay, what enticed me to start the company itself, the name Timba Heat Dance Company. What enticed me to do that was, a buddy of mine, a good friend, another good friend of mine in the salsa world, his name's Miguel. Essentially, I called him like an older brother version of me, like an older version of me, because him and I, we have this like almost similar energies when we dance, and we're very lively when we talk. Kind of like, just imagine like a 10-year-old, a version of like 10 years old, like a 10-year-old, yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah, so he's like an older version of me, essentially, you know. But him and I, we connected, and we're like, dude, you're cool, like, dude, you're cool, you know. So like, and so. He had his own dance company, right?
Okay.
It was called Salsa and Hot Timba. Okay.
Ooh,
that was his name.
Okay, that's pretty hot.
That's pretty hot.
Okay.
But at that time,
he
actually asked like the group. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm trying to get trying to look for a name or trying to build a name for the dance team because we're performing for a festival, and that was my first performance outside of like the school environment or like DVC environment. It was like an official like out in the real world." Like dancing environment, right? Which is a whole different ball game. And so I was like, I was excited, like slightly nervous, but nervous in a good way and everything. And so he was like, if you could do me a favor, guys, like please, like find me a name, something within salsa. It has timba in it and like hot. I'm like, okay. And so we all go and start like regrouping, and we're all thinking, and we're like sending him messages and everything. I thought of Timba Heat, and I was like, how's this? He's like, I like it, but not that spice I need yet. I'm like, okay. And so then in the end he came out with Salsa and Hot Timba, and that became his dance company. I was like, all right, cool. So after he kept that, I was like, that year after we performed and everything, I was inspired. I was like, you know what? I want to start my own dance team.
Okay.
It's a journey, you know, and like a company. Like I want to start my own company. Let's do that. And so I took that name. Timba Heat.
Oh, okay, I see.
So I thought it up, but originally it was meant for his team.
For his stuff. Okay.
But he wanted Salsa Hot Timba, and he was very adamant about that. I was like, all right, I'm like, you do that, bro. I'm gonna take that name for myself then.
For sure, okay.
And so that's how Timba Heat.
And that's how it all began.
And that's how it all began.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so, from there, so did you have to like, I'm trying to think like, all right, so your business it's now created, right?
Yeah.
So from there, like, what were you now focusing on? The marketing, the management, the
okay.
So yeah, take me to that.
Okay, so it's interesting because in dancing or in the dance world, it's a little bit different, right? Although there are some aspects that are similar to like a business, you know, like I guess you could say like a business aspect of things.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit different because it's more in the creative, artsy world. So it has a different niche. It has a different environment. But there's still things that you got to do appropriately according to the business. I guess you have business ethics, right?
Yeah.
So when I first started thinking about Heat, it wasn't like official like paperwork done and like that became Timba Heat. You know what I mean? That became official, like paperwork and like have like call myself a sole proprietor, have my own EIN number and all that whole process. That was done. Let me see. Let me think back here a little bit. 2, 3. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago, because that's when I solely committed to really doing this full time.
And how did you? Did you just were you researching? Because how did you know about the sole proprietorship?
Yeah.
What was that? The EIN number? I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Anyway. So EIN essentially it's like a social security.
Oh, for your businesses.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Okay.
So essentially, what happened was when I was working at the bank, I had a good friend in the bank. I had a couple of good friends there, and one of my good friends there, his name was we call him Chewy. Right?
Okay.
Chewy. And so he was a banker for businesses and everything, and he was a really good popper and like tutter and everything.
Oh dang!
Yeah, he was really good. Yeah. And
he was a banker and he was dancing.
Yeah.
He was like, "How may I help you?"
yeah. Like during break time, I'll be like, "Yo, Chewy," and then just start doing some moves, and I'm like, he would just start breaking. I'm like, "Bro, like that's so clean," you know.
Damn.
And so he was the one to kind of like help me like. like expand with that business. And so of course when I started, because at that time I was a teller at that time.
Okay.
So I was looking into like the business world and like how like sole proprietor or the S corp and all the whole Inc.
LLC or whatever.
LLC, all that stuff.
Yeah.
He was the one who helped me understand it better.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, okay. At that time, I wanted to use my own social security for sole proprietor. I was like, oh, okay, it's just me, and I'm just doing it myself.
Right.
But then I think he himself was like, actually, don't do it under your social, because if you make money for your business and then money from like the bank or whatever you do working, then you have like double income. Then the taxes will hit you harder. I was like, oh, I don't want that.
Right.
I was like, okay, so that's where he's like, that's where the EIN comes in handy. I was like, oh, and I was like, what's that? He's like, social security, but for your business. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So
okay,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so where can you register for this number?
You have to do it online.
Okay.
Online.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do it online. You
Is this by state or is this federal or what is this?
I think it's by state. Yeah, by state. Okay. Yeah. So you have to go to so you go to the it's a government website. I think put down like EIN registration or something like that, and then you have to create a profile, and then you put down your business, what it is, like what you're doing and all that, and then after you're done with the whole process, then at the very end they give you your EIN number.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So would that be? Is there more to becoming an official business, or do you need like some type of business license?
Okay, so yeah, that's what gets tricky, because with dancing, I didn't need that, but
with dancing you didn't need that.
I didn't need
what do you mean?
Okay, so I didn't need like the licensing, and like for example, like if you're doing like if you're working in like electricians they need licensing for that,
right.
Or carpet, for carpet like
right.
Or like house remodelers, you need to be licensed or certified to have that. For dancing, you really don't need a license unless you're doing like Zumba or like something within the gym, like working at gyms.
Okay.
That's when you'll need that.
I
For
see.
my type of business that I'm doing, I don't need that.
Right.
Because my type of dancing is very different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. So all I had to do for me at that time was get my EIN number. I had to register my business in the paper through Martinez and then Walnut Creek. And then after I did the registration, there was one more thing I can't remember the top of my head, but then that's it. After that, you become official, like an official business.
So you said something about Martinez or Walnut Creek, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying what does this mean?
I remember now. So the Martinez one was okay. Now I remember what the third thing was. So the Martinez one was to put in your name as your business. So DBA, doing business as. And that's when you consider yourself a sole proprietor, LLC.
That's in Martinez.
That's in Martinez.
That doesn't mean that you can only do business in that area. It means you can
No.
You can do business in California.
Yeah, it was in the Bay Area at that time, if I'm mistaken. Yeah. So that's where I had to go to register my actual business name and say like, okay, my name is Hebert Aguilar. This is Timba Heat Dance Company that I'm going to be opening as a business.
And
so
I want this registered.
Yes, I want under the county saying like
to Martinez.
Right. No, just to overall the county, Contra County, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
It's been a while, so I really can't remember. But from what I remember, like I say, it was just you go in, you do the paperwork, and then of course there's a computer there, which is really cool. That actually you type in the name, and if the name's there, then you can't use that name, right?
Oh damn.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
Right.
But I knew for a fact no one had Timba Heat. No one had that.
And then you went, and then no one had it.
No one had it.
Okay, that's
I was like, done. No one's gonna think of Timba Heat. Like that's me.
So you didn't have to. With all of this, you didn't have to like get a lawyer to read something.
No. Fortunately, no.
Okay.
I know a lot of people who try to do businesses have to have a lot of stuff to get.
Yeah.
It's a huge process.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, man, it was very smooth. It was just like
pretty easy,
like a breeze. So I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
And then you said something about Walnut Creek.
Walnut Creek was to get my my business name in the paper.
Paper.
In the paper, so
newspaper.
Yeah, like in articles in newspaper, because it has to be in the articles or the newspaper for 3 weeks. I think I'm mistaken, a month or 3 weeks, and essentially.
So this is this is now in the marketing side.
Yeah, well, it's all together. So in order to do in order for me to open my business to be official,
you have to do that.
I had to do all those 3 things: get the EIN, go to Martinez, and then have to go to Walnut Creek to get that.
So with the Walnut Creek. If you do that, that will it will show your business in the paper,
saying that it's an official business now. Like my business is now like open now for the public.
Oh, gotcha.
It makes sense. So now it's not like oh, it's just like I just made a business right now saying like Hebert's plastic cups, you know, and then no one knows about it besides only my family and like close friends.
Right.
Now it's saying like my name's like an outdoor source where people, or like a source where people can see that Timba Heat Dance Company is a name taken by Hebert Aguilar. So now no one can use that name or use that business, whatever the case may be.
So it's basically like
it's kind of like, you know,
so it's like public record.
Yeah, it's like a public record.
Public record.
That's exactly what it was. A public record. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Dang. So after that, you get the EIN number. You go to Martinez, go to Walnut Creek to do those things, and then after that,
that's it.
That's it.
That was it.
That's it.
For me, at least that was it.
For your type of business, for your type of company, that's it.
That's it.
Wow. And then everything after that, it's all on you.
It's on you after that.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then after I got all that paperwork done, then that's when I started like having more students, having more gigs and all that.
Wow.
And I can actually use like when people, like for example, like perfect example was when who was it? When Google hired me, right? I had Google hire me.
You told me that, and I'm like, Hebert, that's a dope client, man.
Yeah, it was a fantastic client. Shout out to the Cuban in Redwood City. You guys are great. I love them. I love those guys. But when they hire me, they're like, "How can we pay you?" They put my name, Timba Heat Dance Company, right? So it's not anymore Hebert now. Not Hebert Aguilar anymore. Now it's Timba Heat Dance Company, right? Or like for example, if Thumbtack, you know, Thumbtack, it's like another, it's kind of like a source, like looking for like, it's like a service.
Okay.
Yeah, like a service provider. I've done a corporate event for the actual Thumbtack in San Francisco, and when they paid me, it was under Timba Heat Dance Company. So now I can use Timba Heat Dance Company as like a entity for people to pay me if they need to pay me. They can still use pay me under Hebert Aguilar if I want to. Yeah. Right.
But it's best to pay you through your business.
It doesn't matter because I'm doing business as I have a DBA, so doing business as Timba Heat Dance Company. Since I'm a sole proprietor, I can do that. So someone can pay me under my dance company or under my name, and it's still the same.
It's still the same. Okay.
But as long as I report it and do it under like the business aspect, that's fine. And so when I do my taxes, I have my taxes for the business and then my taxes for my personal.
For your personal stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I see, man. This is so interesting. I'm learning something. You know, learning something new. That's always great.
Yeah.
So do you have like, okay, let's if we can go to the tax side, you know.
Okay.
Again, this is no
it's not a financial
advice.
No.
So where would you, like, the tax people or person that you go to, is it like a private tax guy or is it like H&R Block or do you do TurboTax? What do you do?
It's a private guy, so I go to.
Private guy.
So he has his own business. It's called
But you go
Ace Tax or Tax Aces or Ace Tax or Tax Ace, something like that.
But you go to him yearly.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
every year. I go to him every year, and he takes care of me
for the business and
for my personal.
For personal.
He's been my tax guy since I was in high school, man.
Oh.
Since I was 8, yeah.
Jeez.
Since I was in high school, when I started officially working at school and everything, he was my tax guy.
So then, since you know the tax side and you know the business side, so that means, for sure you understand you can tax deduct a lot of stuff, right?
Absolutely.
So but when you knew that, was it like, wow, this is like a whole new, this is like a superpower?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, essentially,
to tax deduct this, that for your business.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Wow. I mean, understanding all of this, do you have like general overall tips or advice for someone who wants to start their own business? Do you have like, what was like the main obstacle that you had to go through creating this business?
Okay.
It could be the statewide, government-wide, or your own, yeah, go for it.
I will say the best thing to do is go for it. You have to take that leap of faith. A lot of people are scared of doing what they're passionate about and doing that doing that for a living, right? I love my parents to death, right? But they wanted me to work at like in an office or like in a blue collar job, right? Be a doctor or be a lawyer or be a banker, whatever it may be. And at the end of the day, I didn't want that. I wanted something I wanted to do, right? And so I took that leap of faith, and I was fortunate enough to actually, to have the support that I have now and to continue what I'm doing for a living and not being like, oh, I regret doing that or I regret doing this. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that, yeah, it's scary at first. You know, you have to take that leap of faith no matter what. Like, it is scary as hell because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, a lot of people think it's like they take that leap of faith and then they just fall hard and they can't get back up. And so they're like, ah, screw this. I'd rather just stay down here and just get back to a 9-to-5 job. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I didn't want that. I mean, first of all, I hate being bossed around. I do.
So
if someone tells me like, here, we need to do like,
you want to be your own boss.
I'm my own boss, dude. I'm my own boss. And after, here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, that once you become your own boss, you want to continue that. You don't want to be like have people in charge of you.
Right.
You want to be in charge of your own self, of your own persona, and then from there you start growing even more as a person and as a business. As a business owner. It's all a journey, you know what I mean? So to the people out there who are scared to take that leap of faith, just do it. Take it. It is tough in the beginning, but as long as you have a concept of like what your business is about, what you're going to be doing, how you're going to produce an income out of that, and then what are the necessary steps for you to do to make sure that you're doing everything properly or legally, then go for it. You know what I mean? That's what I did. I did my research beforehand. And I was like, okay, I had all the necessary steps, let's go. And so I had the dancing behind me. I had people always asking if you teach and all this, and I'm like, yes, absolutely. Boom, 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 boom. Everything just went to plan A, to plan B, to plan C, boom, boom, boom. It went easily.
Damn.
And then, now here I am.
Damn.
Doing this full time, man.
And so like the first step is just to do it, huh?
The first thing to do is just do it. That's it.
Damn.
It's scary, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even I was scared at first. I was like, oh shit. You know? Excuse my French, but I was like, shit, this is it. You know what I mean?
But now here you are, because from I always hear, and from what I've heard, from what I researched, from what I've read, and even though I like this too. People like you, people in the business world, people business owners, one of the main things that they like to have their own business is the freedom.
Absolutely.
Right? Would you agree?
Absolutely. The freedom. You have to have the freedom. Because, yes, okay, this is where it gets crazy. I have like a slight deja vu right now. Alright, so here's the thing. By working a 9-to-5 job, okay, when I had my 9-to-5 job back then, I worked in a bank and all that stuff, it wasn't bad, it was great.
Yeah.
It was consistent, it was steady pay and all that, right? So, like one paycheck for myself, one paycheck for rent, But at the same time, it's like, you don't have the freedom to do whatever you want because from 9 to 5 or like 8 to 6, whatever the case may be, you're under someone's clock, under someone's hand, right? And so whatever they say you need to do that within that time frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you become your own boss and you're like, hells no. I don't have to listen to you. Like, I will do my own thing at my own time, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? And so I think that's one thing that motivated me and pushed me to do my own business because I don't like being bossed around at all.
Right. Right.
I have a very, I guess you could say I have an alpha attitude, or a persona where it's just like, no, you're not gonna tell me how to run my job, you're not gonna tell me how to do my thing. I know how to run my own thing. I know how to do things the way it works. It works for me, it works for my clients. There's no need for you to tell me that I'm doing it wrong, or doing it unorthodox way. So I'm going to do it how it works for me, whether you like it or not. But you know what? At the end of the day, my results and my numbers speaks for itself. So shut up and leave me alone. That's how I was. I really was. And people didn't like that. But some people like that too, because they're like, damn, you were like, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, to me, that shows you're passionate.
I'm passionate. Yeah. So if I'm going to go in for my job, whatever the case may be, I'm going to go in like balls deep. You know what I mean? I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm going to go all in. So I think having that kind of I know for a fact having that kind of attitude, you're going to actually succeed. If you don't have that attitude from the beginning, like I said, you take that leap of faith, but your leap of faith is kind of it's kind of like you're stuttering a little bit to like even go for that jump.
Right. Then
you're not going to succeed. You have to have that balls to walls effect. Like that attitude of saying, you know what, if I fall, I'm going to break every single part of my body, but you know what, I'm still going to come back up and use my pinky to pull me one way or another. You know what I mean? You got to use that energy, and you have to really. Yeah, you gotta have that fire under your ass to really push you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that I have that naturally. And so it just lit up even more once I left those like secure jobs or like the security of it, or, like having a good household, like pay and all that. I was like, you know what? Screw that. I don't care. I'm gonna be doing something I love at the end of the day. And you know what they say? Do something you love. You never work a day.
Right. Yeah.
And here it is.
Right.
I'm doing something I love every day.
Man.
And I'm not working.
And you're not working. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because this is what you love.
This is what I love.
Right? You love it. So yeah, if you love it, if you're passionate about it, and you work hard at it, you work smart, things can happen.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So it's all a process, you know.
But like you said, yeah, it just takes that leap of faith.
It takes that leap of faith.
You just have to do it. Huh?
You have to. Like I say, it's scary. Don't get me wrong. It's extremely scary. It's extremely like, you know, you definitely going to doubt yourself. There's going to be times where you're doubting yourself. And being an entrepreneur, it is a tough thing. It is tough. There's a perfect picture that I saved on my phone where it shows kind of like a graph going like this, up and down, kind of like stocks, you know, the stocks.
Right.
And it said the entrepreneur life. And it was like,
I think I've seen one of those. Yeah,
the first one, like, oh my gosh, my business is going great.
Right.
Damn it, like I like it's not going so well. Oh my gosh, it's going so freaking well. Damn it, it's going bad again. Like, I want to quit. Oh my gosh, I'm in the best life. You know, it feels like that in the beginning. Absolutely, it's gonna feel like that. But you have to always remember when things are going down. That's a time for you to kind of reset and be like, okay, what can I do to switch things around to kind of now go back to the same spot I was, or even higher, and then succeed even more.
You just gotta adjust it.
Adjust it. A lot of people, a lot of people think that when they're in their bad of the worst or the lowest state when it comes to their business, they're like, okay, that's it, I gotta quit now.
Right.
No.
You gotta keep going.
You just gotta keep going, but you just gotta find a different way to kind of bring people in, or try a new different tactic, right? But some people just don't have that kind of motivation, and they don't have that kind of desire or that passion, you know. Or if they do, it's just, you know, maybe certain circumstances may not allow them to adjust, and it's just their hands are tied, you know, and they can't do anything. Unfortunately, they have to shut down, and it's very unfortunate, right? So it just depends on the situation, depends on the work style that you do or what type of work you do. But I would just say, if anything, just have that attitude of going all in no matter what. Like, just go for it. Take that leap of faith. No matter what happens, keep looking forward and don't look back. The moment you look back, that's when you start reflecting, like, oh crap, I can just have this. But here it's like, it feels like when you look forward, it feels like a mile away. And then as soon as you turn your back, it's just like 2 steps right there. Like, oh, well, I can just go back here, live with my parents. You know, nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
If you want to live with your parents because you save money, great, that's fantastic.
But if you want to go to the next level.
But if you went to that next level and feel like you have gone and you succeeded in life and that you have a purpose down in life, you have to push through that wall, you know what I mean? And once you pass that wall, oh man, it's the best feeling ever. Because you're like, I've succeeded, I've made it, I'm here, this is me. You know what I mean?
So now, this is where you're at. So what's the next level for Hebert Aguilar? What's the next step, the next process? What's the next, you know, the next destination that you're looking at? Where are you trying to? Where's Hebert headed to?
Well, let's see.
I know this is a loaded question. I know this is.
Yeah. Well, okay.
You don't have to answer it now, but.
Well, for sure, traveling to teach, you know, my passion for dance all over the world, right?
Okay.
So I want to travel to teach everywhere.
Dang.
Of course, more music videos. I actually did a music video.
I think I saw that on your Instagram, whatever.
Yes, sir.
You're something's happening.
That's right. Yeah, we finished it and everything. It was a great video shoot. I'll do that. Experience was awesome.
When is it dropping?
Hopefully at the end of this month. Fingers crossed.
Dang. Okay, end of this month.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot.
So doing more music videos or like dancing for like, you know, big artists, you know, in the salsa world or just the Latin world overall, you know, just, you know, I want to do bigger and better. Sorry, not bigger and better. I want to do things that just takes my dancing to the next level, right? Taking my dance company to the next level, because already what I'm doing now is already bigger and better. Right. I'm already doing things that I never thought I would be doing, honestly. You know?
I mean, again, like you told me, one of your clients, Google.
Right.
Damn.
That was one of my clients, man.
Jeez.
And fun fact, man, they actually have a specific contact for me. And it says, I think it says dance instructor / choreographer. And it's just my name and my phone number.
Damn.
Under like Google's like
their repertoire, whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
So okay, if I may ask then, what other companies have you worked for or worked with?
Kaiser, John Muir, Google, Wells Fargo, Thumbtack. What was another one?
Wow.
What else have I done? Madison Square.
Madison Square Garden?
No. It's called Madison. No, not New York. No.
I'm like, dang, he went to New York.
No. It's called Madison.
Madison Square.
Madison Square something.
Something. Okay.
Yeah. But there's like a big it's a big corporate company.
Okay.
That owns properties and all that for like outdoor events and everything.
Wow.
Let's see.
But these are freaking real heavy hitter business companies.
Yeah.
So how did you get these clients?
Word of mouth.
Just word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
That's it.
That's what it really was, man.
Wow. You didn't do any advertising?
I have some advertising. So it's just like some businesses I got from advertisements or advertising that I've done from Facebook or whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or my own personal website or Thumbtack, whatever the case may be. But it was word of mouth actually.
Word of mouth.
And so people were like, "Hey, I know this guy who teaches dance. We're looking for this," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, for Wells Fargo, great, yeah." Everybody in Wells Fargo at that time they knew I was a salsa guy.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, you want salsa events? Got you, Hebert. Come on, let's go." I'm like, "Great, all right, this is my rate. Boom, there you go."
Damn!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But of course, 2020 happened.
2020 happened.
The pandemic happened. So did that take a toll on your business?
It took a humongous toll on my business. Humongous toll.
How did?
It took a toll for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But
how did you specifically survive? Because everyone was quarantined. People had to save money. Like, how did you survive that?
That's a great question.
That's your business is face to face.
My business face to face. It's I had to switch to online dancing. But
was that difficult? Was it hard?
It was hard, man. It's hard because, especially when you're dancing salsa or just Latin overall, when you're just dancing overall, just dance overall, is such a physical thing to do. It's like the experience of doing it in person rather than like an online is humongous. The difference is it's like night and day difference.
Damn.
You can't get that same feeling you get watching a video. Maybe for some people they can, but me personally, I feel like if I watch a video of it rather than being there in person, the experience is gonna enhance like tenfold, right?
Yeah.
And so and there's nothing wrong because like you can have the best instructor in the world teach a video and then it's gonna be a great video. But if you're there in person, it's like oh my gosh, this is so awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
it's like watching a concert.
Yeah,
a
concert.
You watch a concert on TV, great. But if you're there in person, the atmosphere and the environment is
the people,
the vibe.
Yeah,
you're singing along with the band. I mean, it's a whole different ballgame. So it's the same thing with dancing. You know. So when I switched to online dancing, it was the hardest thing to do, but I did it though. But
did you get clients?
I did. I had some clients, but it didn't work out as well as I wanted to. So I took a pause, and honestly, I survived with my life savings that I saved up. You know.
Okay.
I used it all up, unfortunately.
Damn.
But unfortunately, I used all my life savings. But fortunately, I had enough to still keep me just a bit, afloat. But
okay.
Yeah. So.
Dang. Well, was there a time where you like, I might have to call it quits, or like I might have to register as bankrupt or whatever? Did that happen in your mind?
Yeah,
to save you and your to save you and
everything
else?
Right. Yes and no. Yeah, because I was like, is this it? Like for dancing, like is this it? Like we're just like no more dancing, no more arts and all that. Like is this the end for arts? But I always got, I always was dedicated to keep my dancing going one way or another. So I was like, you know what? No matter what, I'm gonna still keep going forward. So yes, for a quick second, I wasn't like, should I just file bankruptcy or just be like, you know what, like just quit it. That's it. No more Timba Heat and just let it fizzle on its own. But at the same time, my own person was like, what the hell's wrong with you? Come on now. I was like, this is the time to like find a way to like get more clients or like try ways to expand yourself. I'm like, oh crap, like yeah, online, everything's online right now. I'm like, oh, and so from there, boom, I was like, it just came back again, and I was just pushing myself to try this, try that, try this, try this, try that. And that's how the Instagram, became, the Facebook group became more, the YouTube channel happened as well. So it's just stuff like that, just trying to think of different ideas to make sure that my business was growing one way or another, and it helped.
Okay.
It definitely helped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, I can't imagine being an entrepreneur, a business guy during that time. Dang, that must have been just insane.
It was insane.
Crazy, scary.
It was definitely,
right?
definitely.
Man, well, did you? Other than that, did you think about? Did you also think maybe I might have to go back to a 9 to 5 job again?
Yeah, I did actually. I did for a little bit. I worked at an aquarium place and since.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was considered essentials because it's for pets.
Okay.
That's
okay.
why. So I did.
How did you like it?
It was cool because I mean I like fish, so
I didn't. Oh yeah, you have
the fish tanks. So I've always been an avid fish tank lover. You know, since I was. I mean, there's even videos of me in diapers, like
messing with fish.
With fish, yeah. Like in my room, like I remember my dad showing me, or my mom and my dad showing me a video when I was a kid, and I'm crying because I wanted to grab the fish to hold it, but of course I didn't know. I was like, I think I was like a year old, 2 years old. Trying like, I want fish, and so my mom and my dad was like, no, you're gonna kill it. Like, no, I just want to hug it and all that, you know. So I always had a tank in my life, one way or another, a fish tank, and so you know I've been in that hobby since I was since diapers, and so I know a thing or two about fish and the fish hobby and all that. Freshwater though, only freshwater. Saltwater, I'm still learning a little bit here and there. You know, I do have an extra little side gig on the side, you know, work, clean and like taking care of a saltwater tank of 200 gallons.
Oh, so this is like legit?
Legit, this is legit, yeah.
Would you make that into a business?
Yeah, actually, later on I can show you what I'm trying to do here, the fish tanks here.
Okay.
Because it's a little side business I'm trying to do as well.
So you said this would be cleaning like the inside of the tanks?
Cleaning tanks, maintenance. Maintenance, cleaning. Even care, you know, like for example, like this. So you had a fish tank, like a 200 gallon fish tank, right?
What's that? 200?
200 gallons is like 200 gallons is like
it's bigger.
It's almost the size of the wall, from like wall to wall.
Here to here?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, damn. So how long would that take to clean?
It takes me an hour.
All of that?
Oh yeah, the whole thing, like both, like all the sides and everything. It takes me an hour. Okay. An hour and 30 minutes sometimes if I have to do like a real deep clean, of algae. But if it's maintenance and like it's stuff to do, it's just like it's just like I gotta add more distilled water, or it needs more salt in the water, or gotta put some chemicals to make sure the balance is fine, all that.
So did you pick that up?
The salt water?
No, this cleaning gig that you're trying to do. Did you pick this up during quarantine, during 2020?
Yeah, during quarantine.
Okay, I see.
So, and that was actually consistent. So I was like, why not, you know?
Why not?
I was like, the dancing, the whole dancing's on pause right now. Mm-hmm. You know, I was like, well, I'm not going to do nothing at home, so might as well do something. And it's another hobby I like. So I'm like, hey, why not, you know?
Might as well make it into something.
Yeah, and I did, and for sure. So like now...
So are you getting clients now?
So I only have that client right now. I'm trying to get more, so like you said, I've been focusing more on my dancing lessons. Things have been opening up, right? But it was coming to the point where I was about to create like a Facebook page, an Instagram page, like a name and everything for the shrimp and for the aquarium maintenance and everything, right?
Okay.
But I kind of put that on pause right now because just the dancing has been picking up a lot.
Yeah.
I've been extremely busy and everything. So
when did it start picking back up, the dancing?
When it's officially started when
California started open?
Yeah.
So that was June 15 or something like that.
That June 15th?
Middle of June.
Yeah.
When they said California is now officially open.
No, sorry. No, before then.
Before that.
Can you know how the soft opens and all that?
Oh,
there's like the soft opens and then they reclose again, then a soft open again. It was the first soft open.
Was this year?
Last year.
Oh, last year.
This past year, yeah. So 2020.
Okay, but like.
If I'm mistaken.
But like.
Oh no, what's it? Let me see.
Towards the end of 2020.
Yeah, sorry, towards the end of 2020. Yeah, because the first soft open, that was when like things started like kind of open. And man, it's so weird because it feels like it just happened like this recently. You know what I mean? Like
when you said though, picking back up, right? Does that mean face to face?
Yeah, like face to face in person and all that.
Okay.
But of course, I was wearing masks and I had gloves with me also. The whole shebang, like hand sanitizer with me at all times. You know, it's just, or sometimes even double mask. You know what I mean? Or a face shield even. I even you see the face shield right there. I have one.
Oh,
So it was just like okay, and so but I was doing privates. I was doing one-on-ones.
Yeah, one-on-one.
So it's just they were saying, people were like, hey, we want this also. I'm like, okay, this is my my precautions that I'm doing right now for for COVID. This is what I require from you guys. This is what I will be doing, but for you guys, you're required to do this because through CDC protocols and all that. And I don't want people to sue me saying like, hey,
I got COVID.
I got COVID from this instructor. When I'm like fully like everything. I mean, so yeah, it was tough. But then that's it was. I want to say that's a second soft opening maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, the second soft opening, and that's when business started picking up even more. And so then officially when California became officially open, and of course then it's
okay.
It's
So you've been getting clients now, like, is it like to the level where it was back in 2019?
Oh, wait, before the pandemic?
Before the pandemic?
Actually, I'm busier now.
You're busier now?
Now I'm busier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is great.
How did that happen? What do you think?
Because people want to dance.
People want to dance?
I mean, think about it. You're all cooped up in the house doing nothing. So, like, now you want to learn new hobbies and everything.
Right.
And so people were like, I want to learn how to dance salsa. Like, I never had the time. But now that I'm at home, now that I'm home, I have no job at the moment, or it's remote, I want to learn how to dance salsa. I'm like, fantastic.
Wow.
There you go.
Dang.
And so, in a way, COVID has...
It's like I want to say... Because from what I've seen so far, to many people, it looks like it was a curse, but also a blessing.
A blessing. It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's definitely a blessing and a curse. It was a curse in the beginning, for sure. It became definitely a blessing because now my business is booming. Yeah.
Dang. Wow. Well, I don't want to, take much of your time because it's more than an hour now.
I mean, we can still keep going, man.
For sure. But I just wanna say thank you for coming on this podcast, this video series that I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's now becoming like a passion of mine because I love talking to people like you, people who I've grown with, since high school,
Yeah, man.
more than a decade, bro.
More than a decade.
Hopefully, it can be 2 decades, 3 decades.
It would definitely be.
Hopefully,
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
Hebert Aguilar. Where can people check you out with your dancing and all that? Your Instagram, your YouTube.
Yeah, so check out for my Instagram and Facebook. Check out at Timba Heat. So that's TIM as in Mary, BA, and then Heat, HEAT, for Instagram or Facebook. And then you can also check my own website, timbaheat.dance. Or also you can check out my YouTube channel, Timba Heat Dance Company. You'll be seeing some YouTube tutorials of how to dance salsa now. So
for sure. And I'll put all those links in the description
below.
Absolutely,
yes, sir.
And again, this has been Hebert Aguilar. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, man.
For sure.
Always a pleasure. Dude.
Woo!
You gotta get going, man.
I know, right?